Hello everyone, welcome. It is the Supa Pro League. The energy here is absolutely electric. Got the camera crew here. We live at Billiard's Café in Rivonia. It's gonna be a great one. Streaming to you live from 8 o'clock all the way to 12 o'clock. The guys have already been practicing and having so much fun with it as well. But I can tell you now, the nerves are real. We had a chat with some of them just before we could go live, and they are quite nervous about playing in the Supa Pro League. Gonna be absolutely epic. Here, just before the game, as you can see, there's so much hype around it. How are you feeling? Any pre-match jitters?
Yes, definitely. I mean, there's a lot of hype around this SPL league, and being the youngest in this division, competing at this level. I mean, it's exciting and nerve-wracking at the same time. But yeah, coming with a lot of confidence, and yeah, just excited to be in this event.
Fantastic. Did you have to prepare yourself mentally and physically for this game?
Yes, definitely. I mean, when you're competing with the best, you have to be prepared mentally, put the game time in, and yeah, just do my best out there.
You are playing on a new table. It must be daunting. How are you feeling about the new table?
Actually very excited. New cloth, new table, plays very well normally. Just worried about the pace of the white ball, if that's going to be a problem for me. But yeah, just have to adjust the stroke and give it my all.
Absolutely. Do you have any predictions in terms of scoreline? You're playing Nico.
Look, Nico he's been in the game a long time. He's a very good player, but yeah, let's just hope that I can become the victor on this one.
Any last advice you want to give for your opponent? Give him an upper edge of some sort.
Just know that the Maverick Junior is here to kill, and yeah, we'll see where it goes.
Wishing you everything of the best.
Thank you so much.
Nico, so excited that you're here way in advance of your match. How are you feeling in terms of pre-match jitters?
Quite nervous, but I feel good.
It's the cameras that are throwing you off, right?
Yes, definitely.
How did you prepare for this match mentally and physically? Did you prepare for this match mentally and physically?
Yes, I did prepare. I put a lot of practice on the table into it, and mentally it's not always easy to prepare, but if I have time by myself, then I normally get myself ready.
So Ty should be nervous of you?
Yes.
Do you feel like giving us any predictions in terms of the scoreline?
Not in terms of the scoreline. I'll just take every opportunity to play my best.
Awesome stuff. Any advice you want to give your opponent?
No.
No? Just no?
Yes.
Cool stuff, man. Wishing you absolutely everything of the best. Good luck out there. You've heard them, folks. They are nervous, but they're very hyped up of what some of the players playing, some test shots, test runs on the table. Very exciting. So I think the nerves are setting in because the shots that some of the guys are playing are not going in as much as we thought they would be. So it's going to be cool. We're going to have a real good match to watch on our hands. I'm not presenting on my own. I've got a co-host, Prince Morake, that is presenting with me. Let's have a small chat with him. Prince, how are you feeling today? My man, you are looking... I'm getting used to the mic story. You are looking very snazzy today.
Thank you so much, Clive. And to the viewers out there, I can say this is more like the main echelon of pool in this country, getting the Supa Pro League started. This is something that the players and the spectators have been looking forward to for the longest of time. And what better place and venue to have it than Billiard Café, which is more like, the cathedral of pool in Gauteng.
Absolutely. Thanks so much to the Sombhani group of companies that have sponsored the event, but also just looking at the players that are going to be playing. Who are you feeling strongly about?
Very nice group of players. I mean, when you look at the 8 players, starting out with the 2 that are going to be playing tonight, Nico, Erasmus, they nickname him Fearless, He's someone who doesn't have second thoughts about a shot or a finish and so forth. And he's coming up against Nithai, who has been on blistering form on the Bekele scene in the last 2 or 3 weeks. So I think we're in for a spectacle.
Absolutely. Behind the scenes, there's been so much work that has prepped this setting. I mean, look at the table, Prince. It is absolutely...
Yes.
You didn't have a shot at the table as yet?
No, not as yet, Clive, but what I can tell the viewers is from what I see, the lining up of the shot, I mean, even when you play the white across there, you can see that everything is straight. I mean, there was a moment earlier on where some of the players were actually testing the table out, and you can see that the beauty of pool, it's when the cushion balls can take nice and easy, that you know as well.
Yeah, they're going to have to adapt as well because they've not had too much experience playing on this table. But it is going to be a fun, exciting time. I think we're almost about ready to actually watch them live. It's going to be a great one.
Thank you, and I hope that the players enjoy themselves. What I want the players to do is to come onto the table and do nothing else but be free and express themselves.
Absolutely. Looking forward to that.
Yeah, so in closure, I'd say, guys, support the Supa Pro League. It's a league for everyone, you know. We're going to be having trials in a few days' time for the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th division. Players come through, take part in this. I mean, pro pool, it's taking shape now. Don't be left behind.
So, the one thing that we need to be talking about, which is the big thing, is that after the Pro League, we've got a cash prize. Do you know what that cash prize is, Prince?
Yeah, I think I know that, you know, there's like 50K, you know, in prize money, and additionally should be able to edge up closer to 100K. So, but we are saying to the players, you know, we don't want them to focus on the prize at hand, but the quality of pool at this juncture.
Yeah, I think obviously the 50K after 28 games, they'll end up doing well and then maybe lagging behind and then picking up their game. It's going to be a good experience for them because this is not like any other ordinary league. They are playing against the best of the best.
Yeah, I want to take this moment to thank, you know, all the associated people, Sombhani group of companies, Rogues on Radio, Billiard Café, you know, Weekly SA, that is the public that I represent, and every other stakeholder, Cuesports Africa Media, and Vision View TV for making this possible for us. It's in our hands. Let's take it.
It's going to be epic. Let's meet at the commentary table. If you've just joined us, welcome to it. It's the launch of the SPL Gauteng Premier Division League. How cool is that? Prince, so glad that we get to be the front runners in terms of watching this beautiful Supa Pro League.
What better time in our lives to be having this inaugural SPL League, and I can say this is going to be something to look forward to. This is going to be something to look forward to, Clivey. I mean, like we said, you know, this is pool being played at the Cathedral of Pool in GP, which is Billiard Café, and we're going to witness something spectacular tonight.
Absolutely. So, starting at 8, well, probably about 10 past 8 now, Nithai Chetty versus Nico Erasmus. As you can see, they are practicing their shots, and it looks really cool.
Yeah. Okay, there we're getting started, guys, and this is the setting for what's going to be the spectacle tonight. Coming to you live from Billiard Café, the Cathedral of Pool in GP, and we're going to match up tonight. You can see our rev, that is Llewellyn the Panther and the 2 players, and Nithai Chetty on the left, and Nico Erasmus shaking hands to get us started. And now they're going to leg for us to see who's going to be breaking it off. Obviously, the player coming closest to the cushion where they're legging from will be the one breaking. It's going to be played over an hour, and we've got a 45-second shot clock. How excited are you about this development, Clivey?
I'm absolutely stoked. I think the only thing I'm a bit nervous about is the referee. Llewellyn looks very serious, his face. I think he means business here today.
Yeah. And we also have, you know, the cue maker right here next to us as well. So it's all guns blazing, and what I want to see here, it's fearless pool all around the club. There's been so much hype around the build-up to this, and now the menu is set. Let it be time to dine. Let the players get us into the dining mode.
Yeah, I think it will take them probably about 1 or 2 games to settle in. It is a race to 9. So let's see, maybe by game 3 they'll be settled, but depends on who starts with the lead. That's the person that's going to be more confident. And I see Thai obviously is lucky enough to get the break. Unfortunately, it's a dry break. Let's see how Nico responds.
Okay. Yeah, it's going to be
that's the person
interesting.
that's
Let's
going to be
look
more
at the
confident.
replay of
and I
how
see
he
Thai
broke.
obviously
It
is
went
lucky
dry.
enough to get the break.
What it technically means is, Clive, one of the big essentials of a good break is you got to stab it right in the middle of the balls, be it whether you're going full throttle on the head of the balls or you're going to the side, because different players, I'm not sure what you prefer. A lot of other players like to play it, with a side break, side right or side left. Now, the difference with the side breaks is that whenever you take side break, you'll always find that one group of balls gets to be more open than the other with a side break.
Yeah, absolutely. I do prefer the side breaks. The challenge with my side break is the white ball going into center pocket. That's always going to be a problem. Looks like Nico is already in the groove.
Yeah. What I seem to like, Yeni, it's what I actually want to observe out of tonight's encounters. It's the amount of time players take on the shot, because it's been something huge spoken about in the pool circles now, for the mere fact that, now they get to be seen live with the application of time on their side. 45 seconds on the clock. Would you survive that, Clivey?
I play very quick, bro. so yeah, I like it when players play faster, and I'm glad that we've got the 45-second rule.
And from what we can pick up here, viewers, is that, that opening frame will always seem to be more like a butterfly frame. The players will have butterflies in their stomach, But once that has gotten out of the way, then we're ready for some scintillating pool.
I think both players are running off the energy of each other, and they'll grow in their play by watching, because Nico has had some really great shots. So I think it's going to be quite challenging now for Thai to catch up on this frame here. At the moment, as it stands, he's got the one yellow ball next to the center pocket, but if he can have a good pot, then it's game over pretty much. He's got the first frame.
Yeah, the challenge here with Nicky is that ball can go onto the center pocket, which is what he tried to open. So now it's advantage Nithai. Is he going to take the advantage? And he's going to take full advantage of what's available to him, because, he's got a pleasure of being able to play anything he wants, be it a safety shot, be it going for game,
Great shot by Nithai, but probably if he dropped that ball, he would have set himself up for the rest of the Reds, and could have even closed the game, especially at this level. So clearly the nerves are real for them at the moment.
Yes. And Nico is one of the players that likes to play more like your speed pool, but I think at this juncture, now that the league is starting, it's more about getting the points, The players, once they've got in 2 or 3 frames, because remember, the essence of professional pool, it's the extent of finishes, but I don't think it's in the player's head up until, they start ruffling each other's feathers a bit, because, pool, it's an egocentric game, so you got to start feeling that adrenaline pumping, then you can get like how you and Vikesh play,
I think I'm actually quite excited about some of the rules with the SPL, because the one I'm really looking forward to, whereby people can get points, is golden break. That's going to be a nice one for them to just get quite a few points on the board.
It would be interesting to get those that are watching on on the portals to be able to tell us as well as to where they're watching from. It's exciting to know, the demographics of our viewers as well, whether we're getting people in Limpopo, whether we're having people in GP, in KZN, in Western Cape, and Northern Cape watching. Feel free to use some of the available social media hashtags. Obviously, we will share those with you as we go along the program regarding this league that is powered by Sombhani group of players, and the SPL website center. That is where we have the information, and we'll also have the SPL Facebook page and Instagram page coming soon. We will be able to put you up to speed with all the different hashtags to use. But tonight, enjoy it. Tell us who you think's got the upper hand and why.
I'm glad that there's so many viewers that are actually streamed in. Sonia is one of the biggest supporters of the SPL. Also Billiard Café, which is very, very cool. Savashan Pillay saying, come on, Nithai. As you can tell, this frame is taking a little bit longer than it would have under normal circumstances. So clearly, you can see the nerves are probably getting the better of the guys for now. And it's also tactical play, strategic play, I suppose.
We are arriving at that moment, viewers, where we're going to give you a little bit of info about the players. So Clive will take you through some of the information, telling you about Nithai, where he was born, some of his achievements, and the favorite Cuesports player that he follows. So we do have all of that information, which Clive is going to share with you about Nithai. I'm going to give you the information about Nico a little bit later.
Oh, great shot. And that's a good potential close now. Let's hope he keeps his word about him. And he does. Very well done. First game of the SPL won by Nico. Erasmus. How great is that? He must be feeling so relieved. Look at his face. You can see
so
him just
Clive will
sigh
take you
of
through
relief
some of
there.
the information.
With the head seeing that, Clive touched base on Nico, who's taking the first frame. Let me give you a little bit of information about Nico. Nico is born in Krugersdorp. Some of his achievements is he's been a double SA champ, under 18 and under 23 in 2010. SA Open finalist. He's been a runner-up at the World Champs under 23 in 2011. He was seeded number 1 at the Worlds in 2011, and he's also a Protea player in most Cuesports. That is in high ball, in 9 ball, in 10 ball, as well as in 8 ball. And his favorite Cuesports player is Tom Cousins. So immediately after Nico has taken his break, at a time where Nithai comes to the table, it's going to be Clive's 10 to get you into the group and tell you more about this and that about Nithai,
Time comes to the table.
That's
it's going to be Clive's 10
break.
to get you into the group and
What
tell
an
you
amazing break.
more.
Now is he going to take yellow or red? Which one would you go for, Prince?
Definitely go yellow, because he's got room can be able to play the ball off the other one there to be able to create better space, for the yellow on the other side of the center pocket. So that is a key ball. He's done exactly that. Not happy with his landing because he wanted to make sure that he gets to be able to see the front ball there. But now it can take a 10. Let's see how he goes about this.
Yeah, his roadmap is a little bit more challenging now. Nithai, by the way, is the youngest player playing the SPL, as you've heard in his interview. He won the Under-23 Team Event Champions gold medal in 2021, which is such a smashing achievement. Also, Under-23 Singles Champion finalist. He lost in 2021, but he was a finalist. And then 2 Gauteng and KZN provincial colours, men's under 23, 2019 and 2025. His favourite player, Ronnie O'Sullivan. Ronnie is also my favourite player. He's probably every pool player's favourite player.
Yes, he is definitely one of my 2 favorite snooker players in the world. It's Ronnie O'Sullivan, followed by...
Not Efron Reyes.
Efron Reyes has played, he's been an inspirational player, I must say, but not necessarily one of my favorite players, I can tell you that, Jimmy White still stands out as one of my all-time players, the lefty, because he brought about a different type of dimension to snooker.
Yeah, I think I like Efron because of his skill shots, his magic tricks. It's quite impressive. This is Ty with an opportunity to close the frame here. You just have to figure out his roadmap.
Okay. Now what I can tell you is the setting looks good, and what I want to see from Ty, I know you and Vicky played a lot of practice games with Nithai in the last month and so on. What can you tell us about his game, Clive? You've seen him a lot closer.
From Thai, I know...
That was a missed opportunity there by Nithai, unfortunately. Yeah, no, his game, Prince, is absolutely amazing, very consistent. I like the fact that we do lots of friendly games as well. So he's a passionate player, he just loves the game. Obviously he plays competitively as well, but he loves the game.
All right. We've seen here, guys, one of the notable things is, players get an opportunity to can be able to gain an extra point by getting an apple. That's one of the things we need to alert you about. If a player registers an apple, he gets an extra fame, but that gets to be recorded, post the match.
Yes, that's absolutely brilliant. They have to do everything they can to get as many points as early on as possible to be on top of the league. Remember, there's 50,000 Rand up for grabs at the end of this league. They don't seem to be doing too badly in terms of the 45-second clock. All are on time. I think they're afraid of the ref, Llewellyn Sedgwick. He's called the Panther, one of South Africa's best pool players as well.
So one of the notable things that you need to know about the SPL, guys, is that each match will be kept at 50 minutes. It's a race to 9 frames. A reminder that it's the number of frames won across the season that counts the most towards the points tally. The rule set, it's Blackball rules, 45 seconds per shot, 1 extension per frame allowed, leg to break, frame winner breaks thereafter. So if Nithai wins this one year, then it means he's going to be breaking the next frame, guys. There's still like 36 minutes on the clock. The big question is, how many other frames are we likely to see from here on? There is Ty going for it. So he's gotten that frame. What that means is the scores are 1-1. Ty is going to break the next one because he won this previous frame. Let's look at the replay.
Frames.
That's Ty coming on to the second last ball. Great queuing action there to get the stun, and bang it goes. We should take this moment to thank Cuesports Africa Media, our broadcaster, as well as Vision View TV for the sterling work in coming to power the inaugural SPL League. I'm handing over now to my co-presenter, that is Clive Chetty, and Clive will just give you guys a reminder about the profiles of these two players, that is Nithai and Nico, starting with Nico now.
Young man from Krugersdorp, Nico, double SA champ under 18 and under 23 in 2010. Also SA Open finalist. Was runner-up at the Worlds under 23 in 2011. First seed at the Worlds in 2011. Before the match, he
under
was
18 and
highly
under
anxious, but he seems to be
23
coming into
in
his own now.
2010.
I wonder, Prince, if
Also SA Open finalist.
you think they'll go through the full 9 games?
Big question, guys. What I can tell you is they need to have the thirst to finish, because there's absolutely nothing difficult on this table here. If they go through the next 2 frames under 6 to 7 minutes, they might play maybe a maximum, maybe the winner could end up with like 7 frames or so on. That's what I predict from what I've been seeing from the flow of games here.
Yeah, for sure. I think the game will start picking up pace as they go along. I do think that both players, looking at their faces, they do look quite settled in now.
And one of the great aspects of professional pool is the type of sacrifices, Clive, that you need to bring in, because with pool, once you get to a level of, wanting to achieve more and stuff like that, it gets you into more of a lonely space, because you need to give sacrifice to the amount of time you spend for practice and stuff like that. And the road to being a pro tier player in this game, it's a very, very lonely road.
Look, there's no grey area, that there's lots of discipline in it, but I think it's evident that the guys also play with lots of passion. My favorite pastime is to play pool, but yes, I am competitive, Prince, but I do it with lots of fun. So I'm not a sore loser, but I absolutely love this game. We've had a couple of games and you've killed me 99% of the time. But that one time that I beat you, I'm on top of the world.
Most definitely, Clive. We're seeing Nithai is on the prowl here. He wants to take his second frame, guys, and let's see how he's landed the breaks. I think the players have been getting to almost an 80 to 85% ratio on their breaks. They really need to up that, because this is a very good table to play on here. So if you break well, it's easier to run to a finish.
Looks like Nithai is looking for that finish. The odds are in his favor at the moment. He has to just keep his wit about him.
Yes, guys, what we can tell you is this is the Supa Pro League, www.supaproleague.com, and it's now played in GP. And after next week, we'll be having 3 to 4 other divisions of this. So either than this, we'll have the first division, second division, and third division. And players wanting to be part of this have to contact Rick, or send him a message on the Billiard Café Facebook page to show interest, or you follow the website www.supaproleague.com, and then you can be able to send your details over, indicate your interest to play in the league. It's going to be a promotion and relegation kind of league.
Ty didn't place himself in a very good position here. He's going to have to do something really fancy to take himself out of the challenge that he put himself in. They're still getting used to the role of the table as well, clearly. Yes, the SPL, first division, second division, third division, fourth division still coming up. and that's they're actually going to be doing the playoffs this weekend, Saturday and Sunday. So it's going to be quite exciting to see how this actually just moves into something that dominates pool in South Africa. As Rick mentioned, this is just a Gauteng Premier Division, but we're still going forward in terms of all provinces as well.
There we've seen a foul, so what that means is the player coming on the table, that is Nithai, he's got an option of picking up the white ball or playing from where he is. So after picking up the white ball, he's most likely going to play the black towards the bottom pocket. Whoa, tight one. He just touched the cushion there. I think he's a bit nervous, seeing that, they're playing on a newly covered cloth, so the players could be thinking, what pattern of play do I produce in this in terms of the speed? You don't want to be tricked by the speed of the table, Clive.
Yeah, the possibilities of overrunning like it just happened in that shot is very high, and obviously table is new, cloth is new, balls are new, so it has to be run in a little bit more.
I think he does have an opportunity to just play a slide swab, which he did then, and now we've got Nithai from the back. He's now taken a 2-1 lead. There you see him going for some H2O. I wonder what you think is going through his motions now.
3-1, that's what's going through his mind.
Going to be quite exciting to see how producing this in terms of
what a great
the
pullback
speed,
shot. It just overran slightly too much.
He does have an
and then he recovered
opportunity
very nicely.
to just play a slide swab.
What did you say? It was a swerve shot.
Yes, it was a swerve shot. Yes. So because he couldn't play directly on it, so he had to swerve, past the first row. How often do you play swerve shots, Clivey?
I play fancy in my own way, bro. I'm one of those ego players, so if it's fancy, then I'm getting excited. Even if I end up losing the game, I'm starting to be a little bit more deliberate now.
Yes, that's another dry break. I wonder whether the dry breaks, it's a result of the tension from the players, or it's a result of the anxiety to really want to break well, because it's not about the smack that you give, but the tenacity in which you produce that shot, that breaking shot. What's your comment on it, viewers? What is the essence of a great break?
I think a good spread with most of the balls around the center pocket would be a great break for me, because then it's easier to close, not too much work to be done. That being said, I never get too many of those great breaks. The atmosphere here at Billiards Café is absolutely electric for the first time around, seeing so many spectators, which is so encouraging. Also, people on the stream, there's so many people watching, which is also encouraging, which shows that it's going to move from strength to strength.
Yeah, we also have the likes of the man that I nicknamed Gupta, that is Vishen Jagdev, following on the stream. He had to have been part of this, but I'm sure he'll want to come in the comics because he's such an exceptional player. But other players are committed to other leagues, on a Thursday night, so it's all about making that sacrifice, making that roadmap to say, do I want to be part of this exciting project, is it now or later? Options are plenty, and to tell you about what's coming up next, guys, that is at 9 p.m. we got an exciting matchup between Ntsobo Matonzi up against Lucas Fenta, and that promises to be a thriller-minute match, guys. What's your take on this very match that you're watching? Can Nithai go on and finish this frame and extend his lead to 3-1? The jury's out.
Yeah, Ty is playing very focused at the moment. Seems like he's got a good finish that he could have now. He just has to just keep his wits about him.
Yes, Nithai is on. No problem. Nithai is on and wanting to make sure of the finishing, and he's opened up well the red, but this Blackball has run into a bit of traffic over there by the center pocket. So 25 minutes left to play. What do you estimate as the number of frames that this players here will be able to play come the end of this current session here? Are we likely to see 3, 4 or 5 more frames? Give us your view on these, guys, as we building up to the next match. That will be Pana Shilolo and Sobo Matonsi up against Lucas Fenta. Is it gonna get by the black side? Yes, it's gone onto the side of the black. And Neriksen say, come on, Cherry, time, lady man. And Junaid Ali says, top class, Billiard Café. Yes. Yes, Billiard Café and Cuesports Africa Media, alongside some of the associated partners like Sombhani Group of Companies, our sponsor, as well as Nooks and Weekly SA, are bringing you this brilliant broadcast. Lest we forget Vision View TV for being here to give us this brilliant broadcast, you know, from a production point of view, and we say we thank them for being with us through thick and thin. Louis Dikana is watching. Sebastian Pillane saying, fire, Anita, the cloth that can't hold you back. What a shot that was. What a shot that was by Nikki. We've seen the arrival of Alvin Naidu. That's going to be playing a little bit later tonight, guys. And I can tell you the mood is crazy around the Billiard Cafe tonight. Okay, Imad Seville says 8 frames I think they will play in total. What do you say, guys? Are we likely to see 3 or more frames being played now? So he is actually saying to us here that there's a likelihood of 5 more frames. Let's look at the shot by Nicky. Very good shot. He's got to stun it right there so that he gets a good shot on the black. He's done exactly that. So Nico Erasmus back in full throttle. He's just brought the scoreline 2-2 now. Our referee, Mr. Llewellyn, the Panther Sedgwick. Let's look at the replay brought to you by Cuesports Africa Media of how he got onto that particular finish. Very nice use of sight. There is he getting some water to make sure that he's got enough on his tank. He's got the calmness to deliver. So I'm gonna move over now to Mr. There we see the break and run, no break and run. Nithai on 2, Nico on 2. Consecutive break and runs, nothing at this point in time. I'm handing you over now for the start of this frame to my co-commentator, that is Mr. Clive K. Chetty.
That's a lovely break by Nico. At least he got to drop a ball on the break. As you can see the replay happening there. If I had to look at it, I'm thinking he's going to go for yellow. What do you think, Prince?
Either way, yellows seem better because you can be able to work something. You know, you first need shots that give you something to run at, and then you can start putting in some creativity from that point on, you know. I always keep telling a lot of pool players, I say, every single pool player has got the ability to pot a ball, but it's the thinking, the mind map that separates the two players at any given time.
That's definitely a skill that I had to learn in the game. Anyone can putt a ball. Challenge is where do you put your white ball? It's a pity I missed some of the other game with Nithai, but he seemed to have had it in hand and just lost a little bit of momentum, maybe because of nerves. He's going to have to recover now.
I do believe that, post this particular opening match, because, the thought of being, it's like a World Cup match or this Club World Cup that's been happening in the soccer, just being told that you're going to open the stage, that on its own, it's a frightening experience.
What a great shot now by Nithai. Nice kiss of the yellow straight into the pocket. He's playing some great shots.
Yeah, no, some awesome shot, from Nithai, and he's now well patched to can be able to come up with a finish. Now, this is where one of the key aspects of the game comes in, that is now calculation. Where you stop the white. Do I play in such a way that I go and kiss the red, or do I play in such a way that I land to take the red? Because now what is key here is he needs an angle so that upon pouring that red, he's got a shot on the black.
Absolutely. I watched him playing in the rehearsals, and he couldn't exactly move the white ball as much as he wanted to. So I'm interested in seeing what he does now with this. He tried too much to move the white ball in terms of placement so that he has a shot on the red. Unfortunately, it didn't exactly work out as planned.
There is a shot that he needed to play. He needed to play drag left so that he goes onto the side of the cushion next to the yellow and just come out on an angle. Then he could push the red down and then come out on the other side to can be able to finish. Now, the same type of test is being presented to Nicky. Do you see now what Nicky did now? It was the exact same shot.
Absolutely, his execution was so much better. This is the Supa Pro League powered by Sombhani group of companies. Also one of the sponsors is Cuesports, Africa Media. Got to mention Rogues on Radio as well. They another sponsor on the Supa Premier League. Nico is playing with lots of confidence now. He's got final ball, make it 3-2. And there it goes. He's got the lead on Nithai.
We're just about to get to show you how we went about finishing that, So we edging closer now to the replay to see how we really got to acclimatize onto the short daisy. All right. Then down he went onto that shot, and that is Mr. Fearless himself on this SPL League, powered by Sombhani group of companies, coming to you live from Billiard Café, the Cathedral of Pool in GP.
Nico now for the break. I'm still waiting to see one of these golden breaks. I think it will come in eventually towards the latter part of the matches. Actually got to drop a ball on the break, which is great. Now it's a matter of which color does he choose? Prince?
He's likely to record an apple. It's all about how he lands on these balls here. He is a player that is all attacking, so we should always back him to can produce an apple. The speed at which he goes about his ball selection here will determine as to whether or not he manages to clean up this frame here. He's not landed a little bit straight with that ball. You'll see him shaking his head now. That is an indicator that he did not land where he wanted to, Clivey.
Yeah, so it's made it a little bit more challenging for him. He wanted some movement of the white ball as well. Unfortunately, now he'll have to play a much longer shot. And he has to be very accurate with this one for the apple that he definitely wants to give. And you can see the determination. Great shot. Unfortunately, it didn't go in. Nithai is going to try and recover now.
So basically, producing apples, it's a good couple of ingredients that come into play, like your ball selection, your calmness, and more than most of all, checking up on your potential landing. So that is key. So Nithai with a chance here, I think he might just need a snooker to be able to change the complexion of this frame here.
Absolutely. I think he's just got one ball that is the challenging ball for him. And it's not easy for a double drop, so he's going to have to figure out how to eventually move it by playing the ball on the top and then getting movement of the white ball in the bottom. That being said, Prince, talking about an apple, do you know I've been playing pool for a long time. Never given anyone an apple. Never.
You reckon, Clive? So it means I need to take you into my menu of how to finish, the Prince Moraka guide on finishing.
Yeah, I start off with a bang and I get a little bit nervous in the end. There's just 13 minutes and 45 seconds left on the clock, and they've got 9 frames to play up to. So I don't think they're going to get up to all 9 frames. Looks like they'll probably end up by about 6 maybe. And Ty has an opportunity to make it a tighter game. He's just challenged with the one yellow ball that obviously the red is blocking that pocket. He's been playing those cush shots very, very well. So it's just a little bit unfortunate that I reckon he's probably going to have to look for a possibility or look for a way of doing a cross double.
Okay, right. For those that are watching or just joined on the stream now, this is Nithai Singh that is playing now. We'll give you a little bit of info about him. He is born in KZN, or he was born in KZN. Some of his top 5 achievements in all Cuesports. He's got SA colors in under 23, number 1 seed at the 2021 SA under 23 team event champion, gold medals in 2021, under 23 singles champion, finalist lost in 2021. 2 Gauteng and KZN provincial colors, men's opens and under 23, 2019 to 25. His favorite Cuesport player, Ronnie Sullivan in snooker, and Liam Dunster for pool. That is our ref there, the Panther. Can he be able to do a double drop, or he's trying a double drop? They should be able to bring Nikki into a 4-2 lead, a possible extension of the lead for Nico Erasmus.
Yeah, I think it's a no-brainer. This one is definitely in the bag for Nico. Just needed to make the white ball run a little bit better. He overran it maybe, or should have run it a little bit more. What a cool finish. You can see the confidence is there now with Mr. Fearless. Nico Erasmus, that is. Feeling like the pressure is at least a little bit off him. And with 11 minutes to go, Ty has to do something miraculous to try and recover from the lead that Nico's on at the moment.
We've seen a replay of how he got onto that magnificent finish that is Nicky. They say in pool it's always easier said than done. So you got to produce the finish when it's on. You need the calmness, and Nico, in his mind, is thinking, can I get 2 more frames and have a healthy lead? I wonder what's going through Thai's mind at this point in time. Clivey?
Well, Thai looks like he's concerned for sure. I think once he gets his opportunity, he's going to have to shake off his nerves and then just go for shots confidently. The challenge is the confidence. Nico seems to have a good edge on this game and looks like he's got the upper hand on this game and a very big possible finish here, which would make the scores 5-2. This is the first match of the SPL Supa Pro League powered by Sombhani group of companies. If anyone wants to, by the way, get involved in terms of sponsoring SPL, then I'd like to encourage them because it is going to definitely change the face of South Africa. It's helping so many people, even in rural areas, in townships. I think this is something brilliantly instituted for pool in South Africa that's will eventually be international, I reckon.
We've just seen Nico now stuff up a second easy Apple opportunity. So what do you think goes through his mind when he's got those last 2 balls? Because it's always when he's got the last 2 balls that he struggles. I've also played a lot against him because of having taken note of that. Moments like this have given me an opportunity to be able to take charge and not give him another opportunity to get back at the table. My first competition win in 2025 was against Nico Erasmus, but he's still a class player.
My swear word on the table when I'm playing, if I play a shot like Nico just played, was Clivey. People know I get really irritated myself when I make a mistake like that, and that was Nico's game. But it's a good opportunity for Nithai to get this game. It will be 4-3, Thai being down. He's got a problem ball here as well, but with some great white ball movement, he can come down. I can see the space by the pocket so that he can still drop. Probably run this red ball up and down with the cush. Let the white ball run up onto the cush, come back down.
All right. We got 7.5 minutes left on the clock. I'm not sure. That for me seemed to be more of a wild shot, considering that this table here in this pocket here, it's easier to be able, look at it, he could kiss off the yellow there by the pocket, enough gap to do that, but now he's left himself potentially nothing. He can only try the double to get back onto that problem red ball.
Yeah, I'm no expert, but I think he should have rather ran it off the cush and let it move naturally as opposed to a deep pullback. Thai now will Nico will probably take it to the top pocket and then come down. Played it with lots of confidence, but unfortunately snookered himself in the process. Has to have a very interesting shot. What a great recovery shot and set perfectly to take the 5-2 lead. Now he's so much happier. Great performance here by Nico, even considering the fact that these guys are the first players of the SPL, a league that's going to be recognized by all of South Africa.
All right, we've seen now Nico extend his lead, 5 frames to 2, and there's 5.5 minutes left on the clock. So basically, this next frame, it's like the final frame of this encounter. And, it was more of a David versus Goliath type of match, even from the beginning, because Nithai still doesn't have the experience, but once he's got the experience, and experience doesn't take long, it all goes with, how big your heart is, and he's got a big heart. So we might just see him come up next week, like we saw in the Bekele. He played in Tobo the 1 week and had a 5-0 thrashing. He came the following week and he only went down 5-4.
Yeah, I think he's definitely one of the fastest developing players. His mentor, he was telling me just before the game, was Maverick. So he's little Maverick, and he's so young that he's got so much of an opportunity to get to where he needs to get to with his game. Talking about the 5 minutes left, watch a game between Jinte and Caesar.
Yeah.
I think they probably played about 3 frames in that 5 minutes. I think it's highly unlikely. Yeah. I do think that Ty will want to redeem himself by at least taking this frame before the clock runs out.
Good shot there by Ty. Very good shot. A very good shot there by Ty Clevy in trying to bring home this finish. It's more like a redemption kind of frame for Ty, because there isn't absolutely much that he can do. Yeah, I mean, we're edging closer to 3.5 minutes left. So with this foul, we now got Nicky as a potential to close off this frame here. He only has that 1 yellow closest to where the 2 reds are by the bulk line to deal with. But other than that, you should be able to do the job. Let's see now what he's gonna do. That pocket over there, it's open. He's stealing the position there. Landed beautifully in between the balls there. So he can be able to take the one on the right-hand side. That should be the one. I'm not sure why he's going for that one. He definitely had to take the one on the right-hand side. Could have left him better. But the finish is still on. There's still enough time for him. So coming up next, it's the match between Tsobo Matonzi up against Lucas Fenta, which promises to be, a thriller minute as well, guys. So we're edging a lot closer to that matchup, which Clive will give you a lowdown on the 2 players, upon completion of this tie over here. So Nicky with a chance, you can just play that one there, get good position, and he should be on a comfortable 6-2 finish to the proceedings. He screwed back beautifully onto that final shot. There easy, edging closer, taking time on his shot, looking at the pocket, and down it went. And with that, Clivey, we've seen the winner. Obviously, the referee might wreck the balls, but the buzzer won't allow them enough time to finish this forthcoming frame.
Yes, a bit unfortunate for Ty, but the good part is that he has a good couple more matches to try and get points in terms of getting high up there on the leaderboard. You can see the smile on Nico's face, really excited that he won the first match of the SPL. Will be interesting to catch up with them after the match and see what's been going through their minds, because we can see so much on their faces. Oh, he gets a powerful break in with 54 seconds on the clock. And this may just be a show frame if we got it right. They didn't make the race to 9, but it was definitely a spectacle. Also, it was nice for the viewers at home to get to know what the table feels like in terms of the runs as well.
And interestingly, guys, we're going to have Clive speaking to the players post-match just to find out, how it felt going into that this match and with the end result, and as we build up to the forthcoming match between Nzobo and Lucas. So there's exactly about 7 seconds left, and then he's considered. He's considered, and with that, we're going to be edging closer to that time where Clive will be speaking to the players post-match. As we build up to the next match, hope you're enjoying this opening episode of the SPL League, coming to you live from Billiard Café in the heart of Gauteng MG powered by Sombhani Group of Companies. That is it, guys. 6-2 to Nico Erasmus, and that was the first game of the... So yes, Clive will be taking you through to the post-match interviews of this particular encounter.
Nithai, great game. I enjoyed watching it. It was the first match ever of the SPL. How do you feel?
A lot of emotions. Felt like I had that in the beginning, and then slowly started to slip away from me with a few errors here and there. But obviously learning the table, learning the environment as well. It's the first time in SA we're doing something like this. So yeah, definitely going to come back stronger. Going to hit the drawing board harder and come back stronger for sure.
It was the second game, or actually I think it was the third or fourth game that you were on top, and then all of a sudden it looked like your confidence just dropped a little bit in terms of that finishing shot.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think once Nikki went 3-2 up, I started to struggle with the white ball a lot more. He was also holding a couple of pockets even though he missed, so it made it even harder for me. But yeah, just got to come back stronger. That's my mentality, so yeah.
Nonetheless, you played very well. What's your plan for the next week coming in?
No, definitely. I think I've gotten used to the environment, the emotions that are running through. I think I'm definitely going to come back stronger next week. As I said, I'm the youngest in this group, so obviously a lot to learn still, but here to fight.
You are the youngest, but you're also one of the most talented in my opinion. You played exceptionally well today. Very proud of what you've actually accomplished here, and we look forward to seeing your future games. Thank you so much. Nico, Erasmus, you played extremely well. How do you feel?
I felt good. Both of us played well. Unfortunately, I played a bit better today, I think. I felt good.
So exactly what you planned in terms of going into the match, you've actually managed to accomplish it. with a strong lead as well.
Yes, not exactly, but played well enough to win today, yes.
6-4, 6-2. So I'd say you did extremely well. I'm very, very happy. Just the nerves in the beginning of the first 2 games?
Yeah, there is a lot of nerves in the beginning of the games, but as we played, it settled in a little bit, yes.
Obviously, you want to be on top of the leaderboard, so there's still room for improvement and still lots of work, and eventually, hopefully, come right on top in terms of getting the 50,000 rand.
Yes, definitely. I think all of us wants to be on top. I would like it if I can be on top, and will play my best to get there.
Any shots that you think that I've saw in your facial expression the one time, and you thought, oh man, what did I do? How? At that point, what were you telling yourself? Because at that point, the scoreboard was pretty tight.
Yeah, at that point, I told myself just to calm down a little bit, just take that 1 second longer, and just do the best what I can.
Well, very well played. First time on this table. Congratulations. Really proud of you. You should be proud of yourself, and come back stronger, even more so next week.
Thank you. I will definitely come back stronger next week.
Thank you so much. And there you have it. What a great first game of the SPL, powered by Sombhani Group of Companies.